Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the battlefields of France, Normandy, 1944. This is the second part of our D-Day landing exercise here in Men of War Assault Squad 2. Another wave of U.S. Rangers are starting to make their way up the beach to cripple, destroy, crush, and overthrow the German forces that occupy these trenches. If you guys want to see more of this, by the way, go ahead and check out the mod down below in the description. And, of course, it's a part of the RobZ Realism mod. Blow up that like button if you'd like to see more of this content, and vote to see more on the channel. The Americans are pushing very, very hard up the beach, and it seems like our first initial waves were no problem to hold back. And now the Americans are pretty much going to take the trenches and bring all their vehicles up here in pretty much no time. There's a lot of vehicles coming, a lot of Shermans and Stuarts that will eventually take our positions. We have some heavy guns that we still occupy as the Germans. Several rounds still remain in those guns, but eventually the Americans will take some of these positions. We've got secondary positions ready to go. So let's get started with moving up the defense. There's going to be a lot of chugging here, and rip to the CPU, as we've got a hell of a lot of enemy units on the field and a lot of dead bodies for the game to manage, so it's going to be quite impressive, as you would imagine, during a full-scale invasion. Alright, so the Americans seem to have landed, or allies in general, landed troops behind enemy lines here on D-Day, and it looks like this is no exception here. There's American forces in these fields and tree lines back here that they're trying to push into our supply lines. And the most important thing in this game mode is to defend these supply trucks that are continuously making their way up the roads. German forces are defending these supply lines so that way they can get to our HQ, and once they reach the HQ, we'll have more points to spend on other things such as tanks and troops and transports and things like that. We've got a Flak 88 that I put down over here, a little bit of a gangsta lean on this one as the gun is firing on its side slightly. But part of the static defenses that we put up near the road in order to hold the Americans back. A lot of enemy troops advancing now. A hell of a lot of enemy troops advancing. And we need to make sure we hold this line. Let's get the machine gun up here and knock some of those troops back. As you can see, the entirety of what seems to be the American landing force has arrived now. And the second stages are beginning, where armor is starting to be dropped off. Light armor transports. This is probably a 57 millimeter. No, it's actually a... oh boy, it's an AA gun, actually. Not good. Alright, so the Americans will decimate a lot of our positions with those defenses, or rather our defenses with their vehicles. We need to get some tanks up as soon as possible, but for now, I think the machine guns are going to have to do. MG42 pushing them back. There we go. Alright, MG42 on the tripod is doing a good job of cutting them down there, and it looks like they're doing a good job of returning the favor. Oh, let's turn our gun. Come out. See if we can get these guys before it's too late. Alright, shot right in front of that vehicle as it was turning. A lot of Americans trying to hit us at the flank. There we go. Alright, a lot of Americans out in the open now. They're starting to break through on the far left flank. Hell of a lot of them over there. Black gun firing up as well. This will be part of a multi-part series too as we continue to defend. This is our second part after the initial earlier landings in the day. We've still got 40 minutes to defend, so you're just only seeing the second part here. Americans now throwing themselves through that trench line there. And the Germans, oh, it looks like some of our commands to get into positions hadn't followed through from before. Alright, now we have access to vehicles again. We have access to heavy vehicles such as the Panzer IIIs, Marder 3s. These are going to be very important to keep the enemy vehicles back, so let's call out some of these. And also possibly get some lighter, maybe some AT up. No, that's not going to be good enough, I think. Well, some regular infantry is going to be important. So let's grab some grenadiers and get them to this position, and we'll continue to hold. Alright, well, if we could take back some of the trenches, that would be great. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough time or medics to get everyone back in gear. And HE round is loaded here too. Wow, look at that. Do you see all the Americans firing right there? Apparently I can't command this unit. For whatever reason, there seems to be about 1 million Americans right there. Look at that. If we can hit that supply truck, that'd be great. Trying to take command of the gun, but it won't let me. Alright, let's go ahead and get up. Let's see, light vehicles are going to be important here. Preferably, oh boy, a 222, although we're dealing with a lot of greater number of American transports. Probably going to want to get another Martyr up, actually. These will help to keep the Sherman tanks back. Alright, looks like our 88mm has been destroyed there. Secondary is ready. Good covering vehicle for the Chaffee. And we're going to need to get a Panzer III over here, more than likely. Alright, after the initial beach defense, there's really not much to throw the Americans back into the sea. Vehicles moving up again. Alright, good group of infantry coming through. Okay, we're going to bring our armored car that was at the roadblock to the south back up here now. And our major goal is to keep all American light units at bay. Another artillery gun there destroyed. Boy, this is going to be over rather quickly. Alright, troops are making their way to the defense position. I'm going to call out as many of these Martyrs as I can. They're very good killers of enemy units. Very good at destroying Sherman tanks. And that's our biggest fear here. Alright, wow, they've pretty much rolled over us. Really only a few units left here. Try to retake the heavy gun. And let's see if we can get ourselves a Sherman tank. Oh, there we are. Excellent. Tank has been destroyed there. This will at least delay the enemy, costing them some time. Excellent. They'll be distracted there for some time. Okay, units are starting to arrive at the defensive positions. Looks like the armored car was immediately taken down by the Chaffee. We'll take that unit down. Alright, as you can see, the entire field is pretty much taken by American troops. They've almost got the supply lines. Oh, there we go. In stack, destroying that vehicle. And that's why we grabbed ourselves the Martyr. Very good devastator of American tanks. Alright, very last objective is to hold the HQ at the town. The beach has been overrun. There we go. Fight at the cafe now is our next stronghold. American forces trying to sneak up there. Oh, and getting gunned down. Looks like we've got a light vehicle pushing up. Let's find where our Martyrs are now. One there. Panzer III. And more supply units coming up. This should be the end of our supplies. They'll likely cut this off, so we don't really have much more time against them. We have a Martyr moving to the left. And should engage that 76 shortly. And another wave of American reinforcements are on the way. Surprised that our Martyr didn't engage this unit here. Or that the Americans didn't fire at our troop transport. Excellent. Alright, artillery is incoming. So, by default, we're supposed to lose this battle, as history turns out. The AI will call in artillery strikes from time to time to push us away from certain defensive positions. If we don't fall back, they'll make us fall back by costing us a lot of infantry and time and troops. Oh, this thing actually had thought it a good idea to call out HE rounds. Let's go ahead and call out another Grenadier squad. Good. Tank has been hit. And hopefully disabled there. See the engine out, and so is the crew. Excellent. Alright, we're going to need some more elite infantry up here. Right side's looking like it's in good shape. Multiple vehicles being destroyed along the roadway. Excellent. Alright, we'll have multiple AT units ready to engage tanks. Another one burning. And I think we just killed some crewmen inside that tank. Oh, up over the top. That's got to be a solid steel roadblock in order to stop them. There it goes. Alright, infantry starting to flank. Thankfully, we have a whole squad here. Very intense moment now. We could buy more and more medics, but we don't have the time now to basically call out one by one what we're going to have men heal up. We don't have that kind of time anymore. Alright, infantry squad's on the way. We'll set up a defensive position to defend the bunkers here. That bunker there. And we should have an elite squad on the way too. Don't get caught with your pants down, boys. Face the enemy. Okay, well, despite them making incredible gains, we seem to have been able to stop them suddenly. We also have supply trucks that are unknowingly driving into battle, which we probably are never going to see arrive at our base. That's in the midst of an invasion, so it's probably not going to happen. There you go. But we can use those vehicles then for some good news. We can actually use them to resupply our men from a distance. Looks like the mortar actually got knocked out. I'm shocked to see that. Must have been an AT unit at close range. Alright, we'll bring a mortar over here. And we'll leave these two tanks on the right side, both for machine gun use and also main gun. Move up a bit and move into position. Let's go ahead and find where the biggest threats to our advance are. Looks like American vehicles are devastated all over the main road. Okay, looks like there is one making its way up, though. Let's get ready to engage that. Alright, unfortunately we lost that martyr here. I think we may have lost that half-track as well, or the armored car, wherever that may have been. American tanks we can't salvage. Ah, looks like we can actually salvage the armored car. Looks like we may have spotted an enemy unit. Static Flak 88 here, doing a good job. Most of our men out of ammunition. We can try to use that nearby supply truck. Oh, actually, there's a supply crate behind. Alright, let's switch spots with these crews. Alright, we'll fall back to try to resupply. MG, you hold the line. Alright, we got a man down on the MG. Now, probably the worst thing we're facing right now is American rifle grenadiers that are just doing a great job at being accurate and killing us at a distance. We need to get some more infantry over here, too. Let's go ahead and start opening fire with our artillery. They're close enough range. I'm going to try to get all of our men to secure this position. Alright, we got an American Sherman moving down the road. And that looks to be the one we were fearing before. This is the 76W. So if we can actually get a shot on him, which I don't think we have a clear shot yet. Now we do. Loaded with HE as usual. AI is really stupid. They'll prioritize infantry over tanks, but at least we stopped him in his track. Good direct hit there. Ooh, he's getting hit by quite a few different AT weapons, it looks like. Try to hit him in the turret here. Alright, there we go. Looks like we... There we go. I thought we knocked his turret off, but seems like we only irritated him slightly. See if we can get some troops inside this bunker. Oh, looks like it's only a destroyed gun position. Okay. Alright, very good. The street here is at a good, very good point. Yet another American unit destroyed. Excellent. Those flak 88s are paying off. Let's call up some more elite Brandenburger. And I want to try to go up here and capture that. I want to try to repair this armored car here. Get the machine gun up and running. We'll still continue to take losses on the left. There's no way we can get our supply trucks through. So supply is probably going to be cut off in total. And no Americans vehicles we can salvage. The defense is actually going well, considering we just lost a ton of territory. And like I mentioned, we stopped them dead in their tracks. Still some light vehicles approaching. But they really need their tanks to advance. There's one now. Loss of one martyr was unfortunate. But if we kill 10 tanks to each lost martyr, we should be able to make it up. And that, of course, is the Jumbo. Nightmare of the battlefield for us. The worst unit we could have seen. There he comes with his 50 cal turret firing up there. Oh, never mind. We could get a side shot on him. He comes up a little further. Alright, beautiful side shot. Hit him. Firing one into the dirt. Come on, this is very important. Another one into the dirt. And he's gone behind a house here. Oop, but an AT unit hitting him. Possible penetration on some units. Let's get another unit up here. Okay, looks like everyone's covering nicely. We are taking losses. We are being pushed back slightly, but the amount of tanks we've destroyed is pretty remarkable. Looks like we actually might be getting supply trucks to move forward. And there goes the Jumbo. Wonderful. Alright, lots of infantry moving to the front. That's right. Elite units don't get the opportunity to build defense. But we'll back up our defense, and we seem to have our flanks covered nice. We need to clear out the left side. We need to get some of that supply through. If we could recapture that 88, that'd be nice. We need an immense amount of infantry to do that. And I'm just not willing to risk the defense for it to happen. 25 minutes left on our defense so far. American Chaffee moving. Looks like a steward here that got stuck underneath a floating building. Typical. And a couple of vehicles that seem to be stopped. We're not really facing too much now in terms of armor. I'm not seeing the deadly Jumbo that I was fearing from before. Nice thing about our position on the far left is if the enemy gets any closer, we can just flip our defense to the other side of the bags and fire on them. They seem to have stopped their attack on our HQ, but I'm still going to keep all the infantry here. But we can bring up these armored cars, though. Our reserve can be called up. Let's go ahead and call these vehicles up now to try to relieve pressure on that left side. Enemy's getting a little closer with the Chaffee. So let's go ahead and see if we can bring up this to tighten the noose around the infantry. And the Martyrs should be able to deal with the Chaffies that come through. Let's take a look at shells. 12 rounds remaining. And more infantry on the way. That's going to be another big wave for the Americans. Can we hold it? I sure hope so. Furthest an American tank has come thus far. Right there on that right side. It's going to be good to layer more infantry defenses. Unfortunately, we don't have much in terms of points right now, so we may as well double down on infantry, or rather vehicle callouts. And one thing we can do as well is get some of these drivers to repair some of these vehicles and start moving out. and bring some of the supplies to our men. Again, these might be vehicles that were destroyed by the Americans and won't count towards us getting reinforcements, but we can still try to reuse some of the parts and equipment. Actually, in fact, we can get shells from this, transfer it over to the other tank as well. Martyrs have been doing just a great job. Let's go ahead and transfer shells to that one. Alright, looks like the Americans will soon receive reinforcements from the flanks, too. Other beaches are starting to fall, and we'll start seeing reinforcements come in from the flanks. Jeez, another American tank destroyed. Another Chaffee on the left. Really want to retake that 88. We're going to give him some more ammunition here. Back up to 16 rounds. And if he can get the first shot, he can eliminate the Chaffee. So the defenses of Normandy, not as astounding as the secondary defenses, it seems. And looks like we have our truck here repaired. We'll bring that over to our men. Chaffee knocked out. Looks like they left the engine running, but the crew is bailing. Excellent work from that Martyr. Martyrs are going to be another vehicle we need to call out, and we need to clean that left side up. We need to push up and recapture some of that territory so we can open the supply chain. Unfortunately, the Americans now getting another wave of reinforcements, which includes a tank and plenty of infantry. But we need that left side. So let's do it. Alright, German infantry breaking from cover in order to re-secure that supply line. I need it. I need a big wave of infantry. And they're continuously hitting those vehicles as they come through. We try to take the cafe and see if we can push forward. Alright. Americans have been somewhat cleared around the trucks. Very good. Alright, where's that tank we're fearing? There she comes. Let's switch to our ABCDFG rounds. And don't fire on him just yet, just hold here. Alright, Germans have retaken the left flank. That's fantastic. We've received more supply. And we have the ability to call up our trucks now to resupply some of our men. Especially over here at this bunker complex. Might not be able to give us points anymore, but now we can reuse it for our defense. Let's get some of these guys back to this box here. Get them some ammo for a little bit. Alright. Martyr's doing its job. Don't fire, though. Not HE. Fire the AP rounds. We need to turn the Americans away from the cafe. It's going to be a little difficult to fire at that tank. We've got a little bit of a hill in front of us. Alright, bring some of our troops to cover. Just need to finish that tank off and the door is open. Do not load that HE anymore. We need AP rounds. He's spotting us. He's on the other side of the Chaffee. I can't fire. Looks like he's targeting the infantry there at the cafe. Alright, we're going to push up and take a lucky shot. Nope, it's not going to happen today, I think. Oh my goodness, it did. Alright, American crew there is pulling away from the tank. Alright, we need to save this squad on the left side. Alright, if that truck can navigate through the mess, we're in good shape. Excellent work with the Martyr. And it means we can now repair the armored car. We've actually gained some territory here. Okay, a lot of infantry out of ammo. Come on back. Actually, come on back over to the truck. Alright, this is a very important time. We need to get another Martyr up. It's the only thing that's slowing them down. Go, boys. Go, go, go. Flak 88 seems to be damaged. Let's get a repair crew on that. Okay, we got another American tank pushing through. This is an important time. Damn, it's a jumbo. No, why would you load H? Oh, man. Oh, he must be out of ammunition. So much for this. Wow, look at him. Oh, my God, man. That's a blaze. That's it for that. Okay, this tank is... we gotta bring our Martyr over and pick up some other shells from the other destroyed Martyr. Alright, traffic's moving again on the left side. That is incredible. 17 minutes remaining on the defense. Alright, it's getting very intense now. This is pretty clutch right now. I enjoy this immensely. It's very good. We've made some very immense plays. Immensely lucky plays. And so long as we don't lose any more of our units, we should be alright. We need AT rounds, or AP rounds, for our anti-tank units as much as possible. We need units like the armored car there to be repaired. See if we can make a defensive line on this side. Alright, we're going to see some more enemy tanks shortly. Let's go ahead and call up some more supply units. Actually, can we get some of these repaired? Oh man, we need guys to work on these trucks right away. We need supply. Alright. Martyr's on its way. Very important that we leave that infantry there. Alright, let's put our guy on that MG. More supplies on the way. God, we're so lucky with that. Where's that Martyr on this side? Okay, let's grab some of the supply from this. Alright, we should be able to mosey on over to the right side again. An incredible play so far. I don't even know if we have enough. We don't really have any supply here for our troops. We need to get some of these damaged cars back, if we can. Let's see. Alright, Martyr there is just toast, unfortunately. Oh, vehicles are being repaired, though. Let's get some guys to drive these out of the way. Ammunition exploding on the Martyr. In-stacking on that. Something got it. That may have been it right there. Let's take a look at our armored groups here. Alright, Martyr here. Martyr's just arriving. We still have our armored vehicle here that we can use. I'm now willing to bring that up. Let's go ahead and get that deployed. Tank crew there. They'll take that vehicle and wheel it up to the front. "15 minutes remain in the defense." That's all we got left. And it looks like the Americans are coming in from the flanks. They're receiving reinforcements from other beaches. All right. Well, that is it for this episode, everyone. See me for the next and final episode of the Normandy defense. Can we hold? We will definitely see. It was definitely in question moments ago, but perhaps now it's a real possibility to hold until the final bell. So I'll see you all next time for the final defense. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.